All right, guys. So right now it is as we are talking here, the finals are happening. But I recorded the prejudging, and we're gonna watch it all for the first time and comment on that, and then we'll segue into the finals maybe. So I'm pretty excited. I didn't see any of that yet, so I'm gonna start by sharing. I think it was the first call outs, like by numerical order. So here, you guys see this?
So you mean the quarter turns?
Quarter turns, yeah, the quarter turns. So, Nathan is right here, besides Roman.
Is it choppy for you guys, or it's starting to load? Yeah. There we go.
Is it good?
Turns. Yeah, it's
choppy,
good.
but good.
It's choppy but clear, like you say. The quality is high.
Okay.
Fucking Roman actually looks pretty fucking good, eh?
Yeah, he looks pretty full. I mean, of course, his back is compared to Nathan is not a.
But still,
but the legs.
Look at his legs, though.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You could see his glutes even on this feed.
It's crazy.
You can see how deep the lines are.
Roman's very impressive in that lower half for sure. It's obviously this genetic component, but I think he's one of them guys that when he trains, you can see the amount of conviction behind him training legs. He's very good at connecting with those shows, man.
We talked about on the last podcast how it's insane that he actually had 2 hip replacements and built his legs back up like that.
Literally.
That's insane. Like, people don't understand how hard that is.
Yeah, I would say this is seems like it's a really, really good Nathan. Like he looks really, really.
It is.
Like he nailed it.
You know I'm Team Nathan.
Yeah, you're Team Nathan. That's good. I'm Team Regan.
For me, it's hard because I'm friends with both Regan and Nathan, and I love them both. And it's so hard
on the right. On the right.
Yeah.
Regan was pretty hard from the get go. Little striations in the chest. Yeah, Regan kind of fucking wins this one. The last quarter turn that we saw was
standing out, but the guy to the far left has a nice spread in shoulders.
Yeah, I think the thing with Regan was a standout feature with him is just the occupancy of space. Like he's a big, like we've always said, he's a big guy. Clavicles are wide, but he has the sweep in his physique to match it as well. You see some guys that are kind of structurally wide, but they haven't filled out their frame. Regan's done a really good job of filling out that frame, and you see it in these quarter turns. Just the amount of space that he occupies.
He's cut off right now. It's kind of stupid, but Andrea Muzzi in the middle.
Theo on the right.
Yeah.
Artem. Is it Artem on the left? Is it this chap called Artem?
They're not holding their poses too long, huh?
Theo would trade it. Condition off of this because it looks like Regan is not that hard in the lower body, but it could just be the feed.
Yeah.
Well, Theo's super hard in the lower body, so it's who you're standing next to too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have that reference.
Yeah. So Theo doesn't look like he's quite 6 foot, because if Regan's 6 foot, you can see he's quite a bit shorter than Regan.
Theo's one of them bodybuilders that doesn't look. If you looked at Theo in pictures, you assume he's actually quite short, but he's not. He's quite tall, like you say.
Regan's pretty full there too. I find he's not flat. He didn't seem flat.
I think it's hard to be flat with Milos.
It's we'll have to see when Regan starts posing, because it's always I feel like Regan is one of those bodybuilders that has to pace himself and tends to flatten out as he poses and sort of loses it. So it'll be interesting to see as they put them through rounds.
That's the interesting thing versus say a Nathan, because I feel like a Nathan gets better as he poses.
Harder.
Nathan
gets harder because I think it's like when guys have that density, that hard, dense, gnarly muscle. That's it's almost like there's no water between the muscle and the skin, and they're just so granite hard. They don't seem to flatten out, opposed to those guys that have that that volume. Derek Lunsford kind of has that fullness. Regan has that fullness. It's a different density to the muscle.
Yeah. Blessing's in a lot better shape than the previous shows.
Oh, yeah. Looks really good there. So I think so far, first call out, Roman, Nathan, Regan, Blessing. What do you guys think?
Yeah, pretty predictable.
Yeah, probably. That's what it looks like to me.
And maybe Theo?
Potentially. I think
funny how how often we agree, but like you said about the muscle density, I do think that plays a large part. Like if you look at people that lift insanely heavy, like Brent Warren, for example, for a long time, he doesn't get full. His shape doesn't change full versus flat. He just gets harder or softer. And those guys that have all that dense muscle, it's more made up of myofibril hypertrophy rather than sarcoplasmic volume. So the guys that do more pump work and really push the metabolic work are going to have a bigger sarcoplasm. So what's going to happen is they flatten and fill out more drastically and have more variance. Where if somebody's just pure muscle fiber, then there's nothing. You're not going to have that much variance.
Less things pumped up.
One thing I'll say, this show, the lighting seems pretty good. One of the better shows I've seen this year.
Yeah. That's you know what that is, huh, Phil?
That's your buddy?
That's my buddy there.
He's got a new fan.
Yeah. So who is this chap? Tell me more.
So this chap is from Italy, and he's you see.
You find it hard to put his words.
He had a special Instagram. Let's just say that, and it was kind of funny when we were browsing through it.
Yeah, you have to go check out his IG.
I mean, I think it's not a bad showing. He could have a little bit more muscle and be way more conditioned. But let's just go to the next person.
He was retired for a while, I think.
Yeah.
I think he only did it because it's in Italy.
I'm just gonna skip through there's Tim Bootersheim.
Tim's a big guy.
Yeah, very big guy.
Yeah.
Rewind it a bit. Let's see Tim go through some poses. Okay.
Now, question, correct me if I'm wrong, but earlier in his career, wasn't he like insanely peeled?
I mean, it's pretty hard there.
Yeah, he's
no. I'm not saying he's not in shape now, but wasn't he like really known for like standout condition in the past before he got really big?
I already know him since last year, to be honest.
He was around back in 2019 when we did the New York Phil. He won place, I think, ahead of us.
I mean, even before that, I feel like when he was an amateur, I think it was, he was like insane peeled. And then when he started pushing the size, it's hard to get that condition and keep that type of size.
Yeah. Yeah, we see that happen a lot with people, don't they? They kind of fill out. It's like you fill out so much to the point where detail doesn't remain the same. I don't know whether it's just muscle compressing on muscle or what, but it does happen as some people develop more tissue for sure, especially around the shoulder area and stuff. I notice.
There we go, James. That's your boy.
Look at this, bruv. Thickness, just like chest hanging off him.
He's got such nice shape. I mean, it's a shame. He could have been Mr. Olympia.
I feel so. When back in like 2017, 18, when the hype was all around, man, I wish.
Whoa! Look at that side chest.
Yeah.
Oh, muscle.
You ain't getting on more.
I saw him in person. I was just like, holy shit! Like
he's
everything just big, but it's pretty.
Nathan looks good on his own, but then he makes other people look worse when he starts getting compared to them. That's the thing with Nathan. He's really good at like showing what other people haven't got.
I think it's because of that density he has, though. He's just like rock hard.
Yeah, it's rock. Like I say, that's not going flat. Like Phil said earlier, even if you left him to not eat for 24 hours, he'll still look the same.
Mm-hmm. He's strong as shit, isn't he, James?
Yeah, he's strong. He is strong.
Nice abs and thighs. I like it.
He looks great.
Yeah, he nailed it for sure. It's gonna be good to see him and Regan going at it.
I feel like this is one of the few open guys that could have also done classic if he was smaller.
I mean, I think a lot of the top pros could have done that, except like maybe Nick Walker.
I really don't agree. I think the majority of bodybuilders could not have done classic.
He's definitely meant to be a bodybuilder.
I mean, Derek Lunsford has nice lines. He could have been a classic guy, very small. Even Hadi could have been a small.
The difference is bodybuilding is more about what can be more impressive, pop out, catch your attention, whereas classic is more about flow. So you're going to have a physique that favors typically one or the other. Like I don't think Kevin Levrone could have done well in classic. He had but he did phenomenal in open because he had those stand out, just smack you in the face body parts.
So what about Roman?
This is a very good Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roman's always in shape. I wish he would improve his posing a little bit because he could do even better.
I mean, he's taking his time. I
This shot gets me, like the way I like how he actually does this. It's weird. It's not conventional, but he has his knee facing quite far forward, yet his hamstring still
hanging.
Is very, very extreme. Yeah, so like most people have to push their knee into their back leg. He kind of just bends his knee and it just comes out.
See, I wish he would turn that left leg.
What, inwards? So knee out. Yeah.
Knee out. Yes.
How does this package compare to his pro win there? His last show. I didn't see him when he won the last show, but this looks to me it looks really good for Roman. Best I've seen him.
This looks very polished. I feel like this is a really good balance of everything he has.
Got some good fullness, really good density. Even his color is really good.
He might beat Blessing, but we got to see the comparison.
Yeah, Theo.
Theo is a great bodybuilder. When you think of someone who's been able to put together a physique that's proportionally, just very, very proportionate.
He seems to be making like some pretty good improvements too. The last couple of years.
It just becomes difficult for people like that to have something stand out.
Yeah.
When you don't have shape, you've got to lean on your balance.
I mean, I think this guy is pretty young. If he can just add some more muscle and keep
this 31. Yeah. 31. I heard him on podcast.
Imagine him with like Roman's legs.
Yeah. He's a good poser as well. He's good at presenting himself.
Very good.
He won the Europa. He actually won the Europa Pro last year.
Yeah, he was at the Olympia.
Andrea Muzzi right here. The best Italian pro at the moment. Maybe except that other guy. What's his name? The other super wide guy.
Andrea Presti.
Presti, yeah.
Presti's very good.
That's Presti, or that's Muzzi?
This is Muzzi.
And both are named Andrea?
Yes.
That's funny.
I just wish crazy wide shoulders.
Crazy wide shoulders. I just wish with Muzzi just had a little bit more control of the midsection.
Yeah. I remember that from when I competed with him.
He's a nice chap.
All right, let's see who's next. Unless it's the first call out.
We haven't seen Regan yet. Wow, this guy's got
there's a lot. I know there's a big list of competitors. A very big list.
This guy's quads are pretty deadly.
I was just thinking that.
Wow.
Decent side chest, just needs bigger arms.
Are you on your phone, James? Because right now on my other side of me, it's like the Posedown just happened.
I've got other screens on here. I've got like multiple screens going on right now. I'm not saying anything, man.
Yeah. I'll say that it's pretty close. I think, from what I see, there's a couple on the side of my eye.
My side eye.
My side eye. All right.
Across the board, condition in the show seems to be pretty good. I feel like European shows, people do come in good nick.
So I don't know.
I feel like they have to, because I think when you think of the European bodybuilders, typically, I don't think any of us, me being from this kind of side of the pond, we don't always feel like we can compare structurally. So a lot of the time we aim for like a condition thing.
Yeah, I've actually seen that. I remember back in the day on Pro Muscle, like many years ago, probably over 10 years ago, somebody posted a lot of pictures from check-ins of the World Championships. And we were just mind-blown. We had never seen condition like that. And we're like, everybody looks like that.
Yeah.
We saw one guy, we're like, holy shit, this guy's so peeled. Like, oh my God, he's going to win. And then you scroll down, you see another guy that's just as peeled. And you're like, what the hell? Scroll down, there's another one and another one.
I think it stems as well from the history of like back in the day, like you had multiple federations prior to, they were all trying to find this place, and they didn't know whether shape, condition. So it was very common for the Europeans to come in really, really diced. Look at the quads on this chap.
This is the guy that you asked about his backside.
He's actually really good, Nick. I was when I looked at pictures of him online, like we said earlier, he had these really high res pictures from like a photo shoot looking thing. So it was hard to tell if he's going to come in looking how
he's posing like fucking going to war. Hey.
He's serious, man. He's very serious.
Come on.
Crazy density. Crazy density.
Yeah.
It's funny when somebody that's that dense and muscular poses like that, though. Like, remember Marcus Rule? Like, nobody else could do that, just him.
Yeah.
How much do you reckon a chap like that could squat with those legs? Short body and a lot of muscle.
Maybe as much as you, man.
Probably more. This geezer, I like this guy from looking at him. I feel like he's good. I feel like the tan's light looking at first glance.
I was just thinking that. His tan is very low.
but you can see his condition, which is frustrating.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's super lean.
He's in really good
We can
shape.
actually see this more clear on stage on the screen.
Yeah.
This tan lighter.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can see he's in shape.
Glutes, hams. Could do with a little bit more, in the calf and like hamstring department. But
Look at that mid back development.
Yeah, back's really good.
It's a good muscle.
I don't have the sound because of the recording, but in a way I would have not put it because of the music would have been flagged. So I can't.
DMC.
The ones I don't know, especially, I can't really say their names, right? But I think the other Asian guy, the small one, was like Yan Liam or something. Okay, let's see.
I'm going to try and get the list up, actually.
Okay, let's see. I think they're going to...
Did we see Regan do his...
I think we did. The first...
Did we?
Oh, you missed...
Yeah, we didn't see his individual, but they're good.
We didn't see his individual. It's okay. We'll see the comparisons.
Yeah. Missed it.
See the first call out.
All right, so now they're going to bring all the competitors out.
Yeah, maybe it's going to be the first call out.
Yeah, let's see if we were right. That's the moment of every show that you're like,
yeah,
it's
pretty rough. If it goes your way, it's great. If it doesn't, it's rough.
Yeah,
you gotta stand there.
When you're still standing there after that, you're like,
oh, I've been on that part. At the Olympia, I'm always like, well,
yeah, same.
15 weeks of work and the whole year of working out for this moment. Oh, I guess it's not a second call out either. All right, I'm standing here again, holding the front relaxed.
Oh, wait a minute, third call out. Fuck me.
All right. Oh, the outside of it. Oh, great. Oh, please, I'm with James.
Yeah, at least it's us two holding hands.
It's great when the show is big and like there's two rows and you're behind the front row, so you don't have to stand there and hold your front relaxed.
Yeah. Oh, I do like half posing in the back there. I don't exhaust myself too much.
Yeah, but if you're standing,
first call out is that Roman, Nathan, Regan. Blessing, Nathan, Roman, Regan. Who's the?
I'm surprised they don't bring Theo.
I think it's just going to be Theo.
Well, I thought they would have compared Theo too.
These guys are distinctly stand up from the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, look how Blessing's standing with his legs, though. You like that?
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all.
And they're all tall guys too. Eh?
Regan and Nathan in the middle.
Okay.
I just look at Nathan's pec thickness.
Yeah, the thickness.
It stands out to me every time.
Regan has more width.
Especially when Nathan just hits a front relax and his projection of his pecs are coming out, where a lot of guys pull up and flatten out, where he still looks three-dimensional, even when he does a front relax, which is really impressive.
I was actually thinking that about James last year at the Olympia. When he was in his front relaxed, his chest still looked like he was hitting a most muscular.
So who wins this pose?
We can, you know what you can do, Antoine? Why don't you even pause it on the pose and we can talk about
pause it on his side chest.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd beat Nathan on that side chest. Look at the shoulder and chest thickness.
Yeah, Nathan's
pause
bigger.
that. Pause that.
Want me to pause that?
Yeah.
Nathan's winning that shot.
What do you think?
Yeah, I just don't think you can hurt. Roman looks really good in that shot because of the leg.
Pose better. If Nathan posed like Regan, it would look so much better. But
Regan, Nathan's actually crunching down a little bit, but if he opened up, he'd be bigger. But still, so much muscularity throughout, just so dense.
I think Regan could have done with being a bit darker as well. I think the tan's a little bit like. If you're looking at like Roman's color there, the finish.
Yeah.
I like the way Regan's posing his back double bicep now. He's kind of in between with the glutes and hamstrings. Before he used to really push them out, where he's now contracting the glutes and showing some good condition.
Yeah, James, exceptional width.
After prejudging,
did I see pictures after prejudging? I've seen quite. I'm privy to a few things, but
I can't tell.
James,
I know exactly. That's why I'm not saying.
Regan looks softer here, but I don't know if it's the feed or if he actually is.
I think he's missed it a little bit. I think he can come down a couple more pounds.
Well, that's one of Regan's best conditionings I've seen.
I thought he looked harder the other day.
He is as hard. It's just that just a skin.
I said this before the show. Unless you're unless you're granite,
bright lights, man. If you're not granite hard, you're standing next to one of the hardest guys in the world.
Yeah, yeah. It's because of what Nathan brings. Because Nathan has this like rough, rugged hardness that not many people attain, and that's going to stand out, and it's going to show the difference.
He has more thickness. Nathan has more thickness. That's what he has more thickness, more density. Where Regan's got the lines.
Yeah, you can make an argument for both of them, right? Like Nathan's going to be way more muscular, hard, dense, where Regan has an amazing silhouette. He's got some standout body parts, the beautiful physique. It's like they're both obviously, to me, that's 1 and 2 here between them.
I'm surprised.
I think, before the show, what I was looking at, I was actually looking again. I know it's the same old story, but I was looking at their faces. And I was looking at Nathan's face, and I saw it in the last 2 weeks just transform. And I was like, that boy is not, he's not messing about. He really wants this. And I'm not saying Regan needs to make his face slimmer to win it, because his face doesn't come like Nathan's. We know that. Yeah. But I was watching it unfold, and I was like, I can tell Nathan's going to be in possibly his best condition to date at this show.
Yeah.
I think after the bicep issue, I think Nathan's, your mind would probably be, well, if I can't be my most perhaps complete, I need to focus on something.
Got to bring something a little more. Yeah.
Well, I told Nathan good luck, I think a couple of days ago and stuff, and his last message was about the tear. Hey, how long did it take you to get back into top shape? And I missed his message. I said, well, I think you're in pretty good shape right now. I think that told you you'll be fine. And then he was like, yeah. He said seeing like me getting doing well after a year it motivated him, and to do well. And then for sure, like I think a bicep tear injury is the easiest injury to overcome if you're a pro bodybuilder. It's not too hard.
I feel like Nathan's one of those bodybuilders that is just like, he just believes in himself so much, and no matter what he sort of gets thrown at him, he just sort of,
So wait, this shot, Stego Carlisle, the little Asian guys in the middle.
That's what I was thinking.
Ahead of Theo, ahead of Andrea, ahead of Tim, and the guy in the black trunks.
Well, because if you look proportionally, he's there.
I was going to ask all you guys. I had Roman in third in that first call out. What did you guys think?
Who did you have in second?
I honestly have Diasha winning.
Okay. That's how I would call it as well. I would go in that order. I'd say the same as you for that top three.
And I said the other day that I thought Regan was going to win.
Well, I think Regan was going to win, but now I don't think it's a sure shot anymore, just because of the thickness of Nathan is really showing on stage. And I in my head, I thought that, Regan's frame is going to overpower Nathan's, but Nathan wasn't looking small at all. I was hoping that Regan would have looked bigger a little bit.
And listen, I know obviously we're doing this thing, we're talking a lot about these two, but it's because literally this is a two-man show.
Yeah.
Nathan's waist is so small that even if he is a little bit narrower than Regan, it doesn't really show because the ratio from waist to shoulder is still there.
Yeah.
These guys are all in shape.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to depend too how these guys show up tonight, right? If it is close between Regan and Nathan, I don't know if they're going to call them back out and do another comparison, how they show up in the next comparison. So
the show's going to be a pretty quick run through because I know because of the time that I am here, it's obviously evening for them, so there'll be a short break. It won't be like one of these ones where you have a few hours to change things. It'll be literally a short break. Yeah. So really, they need to make sure they nail this prejudge on this one.
Yeah, so I think with Regan, they just need to figure out how can he go out there full and have a package where he gets better as he poses and not regress. You know what I mean, or fade. If he can figure that formula out, I feel like he faded a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I think you're right.
In this call out right now, guys, one of the guys I'm quite a fan of, actually, is the guy on the far left, and I think his name's Wan, like Juan. I've competed with him a few times, and he always gets in, again, really good shape. He's got pretty balanced physique. This lineup here, this is a second call out show, or whatever it is. Yeah, second call out.
Yes.
Look at the quality. Look at the quality in that, across the board. It's pretty damn good. Yeah.
Tim is pretty hard there. Tim Budesheim in the red.
I like Tim and Theo. I like Tim and Theo.
Yeah.
I think every guy in this call out is in shape.
Asian guy kind of something's up about the Asian guy from the back. Maybe it's the glutes.
Yeah, to me, he just, something looks off. Crazy physique, but.
Yeah, I think you're right. And Nathan,
I think with Regan, they just need to figure out how can he go out there Just I don't like when people have really short femurs and very weird proportions, and it just kind of looks off to me. It's just a personal preference.
He looks very thick. The chest is the biggest of the lineup. I think looks good.
See, when I'm looking at a show like this as well, now I'm thinking about, so the only other person I'm thinking from Europe that's like an absolute freak is Crizzo, and he's obviously absent at this show. Like, where would a Crizzo fit in at this Flex Pro? Does he dominate or does he not?
I
He
think
might
he's
have won
bigger.
it.
I think he might have won it. I think because he's bigger than all these guys.
And you
I
got
don't know
crazy
though, because
factor.
Nathan, I feel like Nathan is a lot thicker than Crizzo.
Yeah, from the back
Per
maybe.
square, per square inch,
Well,
I think.
yeah.
I think Nathan has more muscle.
Well,
I
the
think
old
that
Asian
Rizzo
guys.
has that freak factor, though.
Be very interesting to see how this show goes. Obviously, we predict either a Regan or a Nathan qualification. Either way, we've got the European Pro next week and whatnot, and I know they're doing that as well. So I think we're going to see both. We're going to see both of them gentlemen at the Olympia this year. Put it that way.
Are they both doing the next show, James?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be cool.
I believe so.
So what about the third call out here?
Again, there's some quality in this third call out. If you look at this guy with the tash, this is that Artem. I think he's got really balanced.
Hey, is that Bumstead?
That's the one that I spoke to Ian about this chap doing this show.
I was thinking that.
He kind of mentioned that.
That's funny. You guys want to watch?
Muzi could be such a great. He could be placing well in show. He just got to fix his conditioning and his back. But like, he has so much potential.
He's got a lot of muscle.
I think he's trying to be big.
It's almost like when he comes in though, you know that look of a bodybuilder, like he's a phenomenal bodybuilder, but it looks like he did like 2 hours of cardio until he was 3 weeks out and was like didn't back off. He looks tired. Yeah. Where like if he looked polished and fresh, this guy could do some serious damage.
Yeah.
He just looks like he dieted right until the last day before the show.
Did he ever win a show?
He got to the Olympia on points, I think, last year. Okay. He got like some good placings. It was when they still had the points system in place. He got second in a pro show and in a couple of like thirds and stuff and managed to get there.
Yeah.
Again, he's one of like Europe's kind of more on the up.
You guys want to fast forward this a little bit, or
is he from? He's from Italy, right?
I want to see if they call out the top four.
He's from Italy, yeah.
Yeah. I want to see if they call the top four guys again. Let's see.
They probably do.
They might have a new first call out.
It's going to be the same four guys.
I'm going to do a little shout out to Ruth, who's actually helping out, assisting. She's the lady there. She's one of my preferred. She's a very good wellness pro, and she did her season this year. It went really well so far. But she's
fourth call out.
Yeah, she's very good at helping with these shows because I've done a lot of shows of her helping, and she's always outstanding. So shout out to that and the promoters and Barbara.
Shout out to the fourth call out. Shout out to the fourth call out. Guys, keep it up. All right.
I think if the geezer with the Chinese chap, if he had some tan, he could have definitely placed call out before this.
Yeah, a little more size on those legs, and he'd be a phenomenal bodybuilder.
Yeah,
I mean he is one, but
it's quite crazy saying actually with a Chinese fella saying like a little bit more legs because normally that's like the strongest body part we notice.
Yeah.
I find.
That's very true.
I like her hair like that.
Do yours like that as well. I just actually tagged you on Instagram because Steve Weinberger put up a picture and it looks like he's your brother or your dad.
Me?
Yeah, you need to. I tagged you in it on Instagram just now.
Oh,
just
no.
Why are they doing another? Why are they doing another last caller? What does it matter?
I think head judge is Jack and Sullivan, and he really likes to make people work. He's a bit of a. I think he's like a Weinberger kind of approach.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of cool. They're really like because sometimes. At the Olympia, it feels like that.
It's a bit rushed sometimes.
You get like one, like Jay, we had like one thing, just one round and just get out of here,
I think what he does, he gives people an opportunity to try to work themselves back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Which it has happened, you do see it sometimes.
Well, Jack was a top national level bodybuilder for a long time.
He's really good.
He really loves the sport. He understands, that people can fade. Like he was in the trenches, so he knows what it's like to stand there and want to get your shot, and so he'll give you the comparisons.
Yeah, he's a very good judge.
That's second call out.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's a second call out again.
No, this is
he's working. Yeah. He's working his way back up.
So he's laddered it. He's gone down to last call out and then back up one by one.
That's interesting. That's one way to do it.
I think it's very thorough, isn't it? So Theo in the middle is called out, which is probably
so.
right.
James, when you walk to the lineup, like how much of a lat spread you're doing? Do you keep your chest puffed up, or you forget?
I always wonder with that one. I find it really difficult to feel like I don't look as a plonker when I'm doing that. But you need to look big. You need to take up some space. You need to look confident.
I can't. If I don't do it, it doesn't look good.
I think as long as you're walking big and confident, you know what I mean. You have to have confidence in your walking.
Yeah. And you need don't have your head down. Yeah, and you do need the pump to go with it. If you're standing big but you've got no pump, then you just look.
I don't think I've ever had a pump on stage. Like,
it's hard to get.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's why it's weird when I look at Nathan, because I can see how his skin looks like it's going to burst. I'm like, how do you actually get that on stage? Because he's so rare.
I think he always
wakes up with it.
Yeah.
He wakes up with it.
He must do.
He looks like he's going to pop just standing in the back.
Literally,
I've
pumped up backstage.
Nathan flat.
He doesn't really go flat, does he? Let's be honest.
All right. So I kind of fast forwarded through the little call outs coming back up. Oh, what is that? Oh, was that you, Taylor, doing that? Okay.
No fucking up.
Were you watching the show, Taylor? Yeah. Really? You watched the whole thing?
Oh, they brought this guy in.
Oh, wait a minute. They brought.
So this is
a second call out now. This is second.
Third, fourth, fifth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Liam Yang. I think his name is Liam Yang.
Wow.
This is the first call out.
Yeah, I think
Roman's taking that.
Yeah. That front double bicep he has easily.
It's a good
front
taper.
lat he has. Yeah, maybe from conditioning alone, he could win that. See his side chest. I think
it goes to Roman. He's just more complete.
I'd still say Roman. It's the level of condition for me.
Let's see that one.
I like his shape better too.
And honestly, I think Roman wins the back double bicep too, just because of the hamstring and glutes. It's like, obviously Blessing's back is better, but Roman's just more complete to me in that shot.
Like Roman's back is not as good as Blessing, but not as much as Blessing's lower legs is not as good as Roman's lower legs.
I think Roman should get away from the pushing the upper back out though, because it's like it's really detail for him.
I feel like Roman's a very old school kind of presentation, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think with a few modifications, a few adjustments, especially side tricep, he's kind of doing what Nathan does. He's getting a bit too shallow.
Yeah,
could do with elevating that chest a bit. But he looks tremendous.
Antoine, we should try and get Roman to come up here and train for a bit. I think he'd love it.
Yeah, he would love it for sure.
Roman looks like a clear third. I'd like to see the Asian guy next to Blessing.
Yeah.
Blessing's legs kind of flattened out a little bit compared to the pictures.
Yeah, they're very, very flat. Very flat.
Good job, Blessing, though. What a nice comeback from his last showing. All right, here we go. The moment we've all waiting for.
Blessing looks a lot flatter than he did the other day, so that's a sign. That looks like a sign that they just overdid the diuretics.
Here we go. What do you guys think?
I'm just drawn to Nathan.
Oh no, I think Nathan stayed full, and Regan's same thing happens on the show sometimes. Kind of flattens out a bit.
He's losing a little bit of that pop. The polish.
He's losing detail in the legs too.
Obviously, you've worked with you've helped him before, so you kind of know his body quite a bit, probably, Dorian. So he's probably does he have a tendency to struggle to hold fullness?
Yeah, he just always. I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know what it is with him, but he just tends to flatten out as he poses. It was always really hard just to nail that with him. He'd come out there, and then it would just fade as he posed. And that was a feedback from the judges too. They always wanted him to. Be able to go through the rounds.
Yeah, Nathan just looks like he's just grows into
look at his physique here because he always has a big frame, but finally you can see he's filled out that frame. You know,
Nathan's just got so much more maturity and density.
I think what's Nathan now? About 30, probably about 36 years old.
How well do you know Nathan? Do you know what he does for posing practice? What does he do?
Stefan's been helping him. He's coach for posing.
So, how many times a week? Is it every day he poses? What is it?
I don't know, because you would think by watching it he must do it every day because he's so confident and comfortable. It looks like he could drill a pose for hours, but I don't know if he does do it often. I bet Milos has Regan posing more than Nathan poses.
That's what I mean. But I feel like Regan in the past, I thought that a lack of posing practice was the reason why it would fade. It was maybe a factor, but right now I feel like some of the shine went off his head.
I feel like he's
honestly
getting better now posing.
I think a lot of it's genetic, though. It depends on what type of muscle you have. Like we talked about Nathan, he's got this granite hard, like no water retention muscle.
Look at the face of Nathan, mate. He won. Yeah, fucking hell.
I know he's right up.
He's like, that's fucking hard.
You can tell
Look at his eyes.
looking at a physique who lifts really hard.
Yeah.
You know, like
Honestly,
Nathan's got like a
they're
Branch Warren
both-
quality type hard.
Dude, I said it the other day on Instagram, yeah, and I know people are laughing, but I was saying, like, people that have done a little bit of time in prison, yeah, they get some serious muscle. Like, even if you've only done like a year or so, Nathan obviously done a little bit back in the day when we were kids, and you learn some things in prison about how to train, and it's like, this guy's picked up some barbells in his time, and you can see that if that chest has been built on barbell press. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh yeah.
You know?
It's a great
Analogy.
legend of the lore.
It's a legend.
It's a great lore.
Both of these guys, though, are just phenomenal, like head to toe.
Yeah.
Regan to me is Derek Lunsford of Open.
So look, this pose here.
I think Regan just lacks a freak factor.
Maybe that's what it is, huh? The Open.
He needs bigger arms there. You know, he needs more front delt there. He just needs something that makes him stand out more. You know, he looks very, very balanced, but nothing really pops out at you.
This is what we said earlier, Phil, isn't it? Like when you've got a really balanced physique, sometimes it's actually hard to get the attention.
That was,
like Nathan's got some like overly, Nathan has like an overly developed chest and front delt, and it makes you look at it.
It stands out.
It is good to see though that Regan before he was a little shallow in the quads, where now you're seeing his quads are really balanced with his physique. Yeah. So they definitely added a lot of muscle.
I think his legs match.
His legs match.
So if he continues with this trajectory, I think he's on a path to be one of the best.
It's funny because Nathan he's so thick, but maybe that's why he's stuck like that.
That is why I think he can't roll his shoulder back because he's too thick.
Yeah, that's crazy. Regan is posing a little bit better here, but the thickness on the chest is like you can see the difference. The delt is bigger on Nathan.
Nathan's problem right now is he's crunching down there. Look at where his hand is relative to his ass versus where Regan's is. He needs to stand up taller, lengthen that torso. It'll allow him to twist more. And
can he even do that?
On the ass, he'll be able to get the arm back.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I think if Nathan just did that into the pose, it would help. You know, when Evan used to say to me, like when roll into the side tricep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you roll your arm over, it pulls your shoulder down and back and puts it where it should be. And that used to be a very helpful tip.
Boom. Let's see this one here. So the legs here, I think we're going to see him on the legs. But the midsection, crazy how Nathan is a smaller midsection than Regan. I mean,
look at how Regan's legs are more detailed than when they first came out.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the pose, right?
All I would like to see from Regan from this is just a touch crisper, and that would take him from wherever to winning. Just a touch crisper.
And maybe that's what Regan needs to have that like density. It's just to be inside out peeled with like no water between the muscle and skin, no fat, and he's gonna have that polished look.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at Regan's Instagram right now. He was harder the last 2 days and more detailed.
I don't know though, Phil. I think it's the lights, man. I think like once you get under those damn lights, man, it exposes you.
Yeah, but
you know?
For example, like you could see in his pictures from yesterday that his sartorius is popping out. His adductor is, distinct from the rest of the leg. The delts are completely fully striated. Chest is striated down. And the upper quads, the rectus femoris, is really popping out.
But what lighting was he in? If he was in like a dramatic lighting that was shading, you know what I mean? I'm like, maybe these lights wash it out because it's like, you know what I mean? When you take pictures in your hotel room, you have dramatic lighting.
I would say one thing I noticed in this prep to the show, and one thing I would advise, is try and do as many pictures in the worst light possible.
Yeah,
because if you watch this prep, did you notice how Nathan never took pictures in good light? Mm-hmm. It was always like quite shitty normal like light, and I was like, well, he's starting to look good even in this light, which is not very good. There was no There was none of this downlighting at all for any of Nathan's shots. So I was kind of confident that his condition was going to be good because of that.
The lighting that you stand under to create shadows. And
you don't want that right now.
No, it's
no, it helps you too much.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I've got ready for a show based on those kind of pictures and thought I was further ahead than I was.
Hey guys, I got the finals right here. If you want to watch it.
Yeah,
look at the muscle on him here. Look at this. Look at this front double bicep. He's not even in it.
Look at his front delts. Look at his arms. Look at his lats popping out into the small waist. The detail of the legs. Yeah. Like, look, this is what I was talking about. You could see his adductors separated from the rest of the leg.
Yeah. The lines in it on the inner, like literally separating it.
Yeah, like he's got every.
He's just cartoonish, isn't he?
Possible. Oh yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? There were certain guys that had this cartoonish muscle. Like when I think about Phil Heath, Rolly Winkler. And then, I feel like Nathan fits in that like cartoon 3D muscle. It's very full and hard and dense.
I just really like the word we've used over and over again is density, and it just really shows in his physique. Yeah, it's just the sheer level of density, which just looks like hard-earned muscle to me. Like it looks like you've got in the gym and you've done some fucking barbell rows, you've done some deadlifts. Do you know what I mean? You've just done shit that's really hard to do, but you've done it. I can see it.
This is like the best I've seen his like glutes kind of look in his back.
I think this is one of the best Nathans we've ever seen.
Yeah, I would really like this package.
He's been bigger, but I like how conditioned and hard and balanced and flowy he is here.
Yeah, this is I would take this over New York win for sure.
Oh yeah,
New York was way bigger, I think.
He was really big, but this polish that we see here is definitely.
I think he went up to the side here, and the camera, the stream, doesn't have a moving camera.
They've got no person behind it, probably.
Yeah. So, there you go. There he is.
Yeah, he's having a good time, man. Come on.
He's going back to the other
There's
side.
an energy there. Like for me, that's part of the battle as well. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing that at a show, that must doesn't steer it in your way, but there's just a certain energy that you feel the audience must get behind. Confidence.
I was going to ask you that. How do you feel the crowds in the US compared to Europe?
I don't know. It feels like it's been forever since I competed. So it's fucking hard. Obviously, last time I competed in Italy last year in the Tsunami Cup, and it wasn't the most popular show. The Flex feels like a bigger show, but in the UK, obviously, it was wild because it's the UK. America, they always root for their own. So when I'm in America, obviously, John De La Rosa's, Juan Morel's, they're all getting the. So it's kind of hard when you're in the US because you don't really get the same applause.
Well, for me, if I want to answer the same question, the biggest pop I had was 2018 Toronto Pro when I came back during my open round. And that was the craziest pop I ever had. But I also had a really good one with Ian in Vancouver. That was a good crowd too. So I think it's
tough, isn't it?
Yeah, if James, you would go in your hometown and do a fucking show, crowd would go. It would be a riot.
Bro. When I did the Arnold UK, it's bonkers and it's brilliant. Love that shit. Love that.
I'm gonna come steal the show, James.
How would have okay? So Andrew obviously just won the Texas. How would Andrew have stacked up in the show? Would it have been a domination?
I think he'd win.
Yeah, he won.
Because I do want to see Andrew next to Nathan because I feel like Andrew has more detail, but Nathan has more density.
I don't know. I personally like Nathan better.
There you go. That's why I want to see it.
I think Andrew is just would be bigger than him.
Yeah, and Andrew's 6 foot 6'1".
He's huge.
He's got amazing quads. He's got amazing shape. He's got amazing V taper. He doesn't really have any weak body parts. In my opinion, I think both Andrew and Hunter could have won this show.
No,
I don't think Hunter beats Nathan.
I think Nathan would beat Hunter for some reason.
No, I don't think so.
I think so. I think so.
It'll be close, but I do favor Nathan's structure. And I make these predictions just because it's interesting because we've got the Olympia coming, so I want to know how it's going to fall.
Remember, Hunter and Andrew were locked, tight until
it was one. It was
opposing. So they were side by side.
I mean, I have to agree that Nathan seems to be the most finished of all the. This guy peaked the best of all the guys we just named. So maybe Nathan would beat them, and it would be possible. Because I feel like it's just so far we've been doing this for 45 minutes. He only got better, it seems in my head, and he stands out more than the rest. So here's Regan. We'll see if he touch up his tan. got filled out since the prejudging because this is the finals.
Yeah, Regan looks better color now. Look.
Yeah,
he looks like he's got more shine.
Yeah,
I think it looks a bit darker as well.
Nice pose. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Funny,
that's
I've
better.
got people. I've got a Discord channel, and I've got people.
Yeah, he looks very good here.
Yeah, Regan looks better with that top color.
Yeah, look at that. Very good.
He got better.
Yeah, he definitely got better.
I've got people in my own Discord saying Nathan. I haven't said anything, but talking about Nathan would beat James. I'm like, of course he would, but you don't have to say it in my own Discord.
I mean, you're still in the conversation. That's good.
Maybe I should just take Nathan down.
Yeah,
good luck.
No. Good luck.
Good luck with that.
Don't miss it.
Whatever Regan just did that stage improved.
He looks way better.
Improved it dramatically.
Just needed to be darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Regan's it looks even harder right now. I mean,
I want to see another comparison.
Yeah, because I think if you make him pose a couple more times, is the same thing going to happen? Because every poses right now are better, and this is the Regan I was expecting to see at prejudge.
Agreed.
I'd be really curious that now if they do another round, if maybe Regan could get the upper hand on him. But Nathan was so good, I don't know.
Did they have a break between prejudging and finals? Did he have time to get a meal in?
Yeah, I think they might have. I think they probably had they would have had enough time to have like a fast digesting, rice cakes and the usual kind of suspects.
Sometimes just laying down with your feet up, drinking some water.
Or a little bit of water, like we've said before.
Yeah. Water,
mate.
Big lad.
That's one of the hardest things to do as a bodybuilder when you're a little flat and you need water. You just don't want to drink water. You're afraid of it.
Yeah, because you think it's going to make you soft. It's like, no, it's going to help transport any little bit of glycogen.
Right into the muscle.
Boom. Nice posing so far. Yo, see that? I like how he did that. Lats out. He put his shoulder blades and lats out as he flexes his abs. It was a good little effect.
You got me curious what he squats now. I want to see if he has a video. You got me curious what he squats now, so I'm going to go see if he has a video.
I wonder. I'd just like to know. He's obviously got some crazy legs.
So Phil, is his name Liam Yang?
Yang Liang, yeah.
Yang Liang. Oh, sorry. Boom, that's a good pose.
Yeah, he's a great bodybuilder.
Look at that arm. Look at that arm. Is he better than we thought he was at the prejudge?
He is good. He's a good bodybuilder.
Thickness, the abs are like.
He just looks very 212 to me.
Yeah, I think he's 240.
Wow. I think it's because of his limbs, though, because of his height.
Yeah. Imagine if he's holy shit. Well, let's put that back up.
That was a nice front double bicep.
Oh, yeah. Let's see that.
Look at this, James. Look at that front double bicep. When he flexes the abs.
I love that angle as well. See, he can do the crunch. Insane. This is the thing. It's like some people shouldn't do that, but for a physique like his, that's definitely worth doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might try to crunch it.
Man, he is thick off season.
Boom. Look at that.
Yeah, imagine how big this dude is off season. I want to see that now, Phil. He must be super chunk.
A walking sphere.
Yeah, he's like a bowling ball.
Literally he doesn't walk, he rolls.
Does he reside in China? Does he still live there?
I would assume so.
So my Discord kind of talking. They feel that Regan faded. They feel that Regan got a little bit softer as he posed. Just got a bit tired.
I felt like he was just there.
Yeah, just nothing crazy. Just the same thing, like fade a little bit.
Yeah, let's trust the nerds on this one.
They said not too big of a difference though. They said he held quite well.
Okay, next.
Does anyone else just keep on freezing for a bit?
Oh, he's blessing. No, Doran, at the end of the podcast, it won't do that anymore. It's just for us to get our connection.
I just found a video on Yan Liang's page. He just benched 440 for like 12 reps.
Whoa!
Nice.
Wow. So here's a rejudge, guys. Rejudge.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
Top 5.
Yeah. The Asian guy's in there now. Oh, top. That's 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So I guess the routines were just the top 5.
Blessing's detail is completely gone from his quads.
Yeah, like
is that a lack of muscularity? So therefore, there is no like. Do you know what I mean?
He had it the other day. I think they just.
I feel like they can't afford to pull water on Blessings because he just doesn't have enough tissue in the legs, and he's going to lose it from the weakest body parts. Because look how full he was the other day, right? Even the upper body. The upper body's not bursting full like that, so he even flattened out in the upper body. But the legs are going to flatten out even more, and that's what you're seeing. Like. His weakest body part.
They absolutely overdid the diuretics.
Yeah, whatever they did with water manipulation, he can't afford it.
Sometimes you're just tired at the end of the show like that. It depends how, like, if your legs are.
Yeah, but like you say, that's a lot of that's that intracellular water that's fundamental. So it's come from somewhere, and that ain't going to come naturally, like you say.
Dude, Roman's glutes are just peeled in the hamstring.
They are like that. That if I was Roman, I would just take a shot. I would be happy with my career if I just got a shot of that and put it on my fucking mantelpiece, just from the lower body. Yeah. I'd be like, that was cool. That was me one time. Just that's that kind of condition that is like it's kind of legendary.
You might have straight glutes at 80 years old.
I'm happy for Roman because he's been very up and down trying to find the formula, and it seems like this year he's had a really good run.
Who's he working with right now?
I'm pretty sure he's doing his own thing.
He's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a nice pose by Roman right here. Hands on hips. One leg. He should lock his leg though. I don't know why he doesn't do that.
It's nice. It's nice to see Roman full. He's got to eat so much food to fill out.
Yeah, he's one of them guys, is it?
Yeah, good stomach too. All right.
They're gonna do this too now.
Regan.
Let's see this.
Final comparison.
Yeah, it's closer now, I think.
I'm just, it's so weird, Nick, because I just get drawn to I think because I used to love Ronnie Coleman and the pec line just being so super ridiculous. Because, you know, when you used to look at Flex and Ronnie next to each other, it was the same, that chest that just used to overwhelm me.
I miss solid color backgrounds.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. We talked about this before.
That Regan does look way better now. The midsection looks good in the front lat.
Yeah. You know what it is? I think Nathan unusually looks big with like proportions. Like, because if you walk around in nature, you see more.
Walk him out in nature, just put him outside.
Yeah, you see, in the woods, you would see more like Regan looks more normal, and then Nathan looks like a freak.
You know what really helps Nathan? Look at how small his hips are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're he has like figure girl hips.
Yeah, he does.
So it makes everything else look huge.
And his last is striated too. Is that the best Nathan we've ever seen?
You know what? We know that Regan's back is absolutely insane. The fact that Nathan's back is holding up next to Regan's just shows you.
It's so weird because leading up to the show, all of Nathan's pictures, I'm like, yeah, what? It's like not. It's like, what's going on? It's like you say he didn't choose the best lighting at all, and then Regan just like had like Alora coming here, all the crazy pics and this and that. So he was able to showcase how good he was on Instagram, but I don't think Nathan was as good as Regan as showing himself. Look at the thickness there.
But it's again because Nathan's one of these guys that he won't go out of his way to get a good shot.
No.
Like, he won't take a shot 5 times because he's just like, whatever it is what it is. He's very confident in himself, isn't he?
Or too busy, going back to his family and feeding the kids.
Yeah, like, Dave's in the gym. If someone catches a shot of him, they catch a shot of him. He's not going to go in front of the fucking mirror. But
come on. Posedown. Dude, Nathan's eye is just bulging out of his skull. He's so fucking hyped up.
Imagine how you feel, though, with your 10th pro win. 10th pro win. Like, if this is potential 10th pro win here.
Yeah.
You would be going, like, the energy must be crazy.
Roman is the right spot. Roman stayed there the whole time. Roman is like a freak. You found the goon lighting right here. The goon lighting. Look at the Liam.
Yeah, look at that lighting.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's the spot. You should have stepped more ahead. Regan looks thick there and striated.
I want to see Nathan standing where Roman is.
Oh, there.
No. He's too busy entertaining the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe his family is up to the side because every time if I see my friends up to the side or Taylor, my fiance, I will always go walk there and hit a couple shots for them. It's kind of fun. Oh, Come on, light person. Fix the lights. Oh, comes back.
I wonder if they did a thingy like a solo Batman light on Nathan in the audience there. Just because
like
just one of the ones where they just follow him around. Because he's obviously gone in the audience. This is a really good Regan, and I just think Regan, a couple more pounds, so maybe another week of dieting, bang. I don't think there's much to do. I don't think there's a lot of work there. He's got everything he needs.
I think Regan was pretty hard. I think he was still better yesterday, but he still was pretty hard.
Wait, was that the best Regan we've ever seen on stage?
Yeah.
I don't know because I haven't seen that.
I think
I'm not sure.
I mean, you got to consider the muscularity and the balance now is so much better.
Yeah,
much better.
I liked the package him and Milos brought after the Olympia when he first went with Milos.
The Legion, wasn't it?
Or you mean when you prepped him and Milos peaked him?
Yeah, then Milos went on 2 weeks later to the show, and then he looked like I thought he looked really good. You know, but this I think he's added a lot more size to his legs and filled out his frame, and overall it's a better package.
Yeah, good job, Doran. Good job, Doran, on that prep.
The one thing I can say here, two people that are in obviously very good condition is Roman and Nathan, and I know that they and I know for a fact I'm not sure on Roman, but I know their approach would have been
boom.
Quite old school.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have tried to get too specific with anything. It would have been, cardio, keep your carbs relatively low, just do your thing.
I got to give this webcast credit because it's sharper than a lot of the ones we get. Like we were complaining
this is one of the better ones I've seen.
Good.
It was only $21 US.
Wow.
So good job, IVB Italy. Good job, Flex Weekend Pro, and the only reason why we can use this footage is because of Barbara Dahl on Instagram, the promoter of the Flex Weekend, gave us the permission via the Instagram, the IBB Italy, to use this because we did a little bit of promotion prior to the show. So I think we're the only podcast to be able to, that I know of, to be able to use this footage because usually the IBB doesn't allow it. But
and I paid for the stream myself as well. So and I did send out an Instagram. So if anyone, hopefully you guys clicked on that and had a look and watched it yourself, so you enjoyed it. And thanks for inviting me on, guys, to have a little catch up and run for it.
Of course,
appreciate that.
So wait, fifth place, Blessing Awodibu.
Wow.
Oh wait, the other guy beat him, huh?
He did. Both Roman
and the quads and how flat he went. Yeah,
and Yang. Yeah. Both Roman and Yang.
That was his first time working with a new coach too, though, right? So they'll probably.
Cameron's a good guy.
You always got to give.
Yeah, from what I've heard, he's a great coach.
To kind of figure.
Yeah, you got to spend some time with someone.
Dwell in the short amount of time they had.
Yeah. Cameron's done a good job this year with quite a few people. I think he's definitely.
So what's the prize money here?
Probably the same.
So Blessing has to pay Regan $5,000.
Oh shit! Yeah, he does.
He bet $5,000.
That's a nice.
I told Regan he should give the money to charity. That'd be kind
probably
of funny.
Pocket change for him.
Well, $5,000 is $5,000, man.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's probably nothing to him, though.
I don't know.
Blessing does all right, I think. Blessing's got some good contacts.
Some money.
Blessing just had a kid. Congratulations, Blessing.
Yeah, him and Sarah.
Congratulations.
Sarah's lovely. Yeah. She's really sweet.
Baby cool. Boogie baby. Oh, so Yang got 4th place. So Roman top three.
That's great.
Repping.
Happy to see that.
Roman is in the air. He's nodding. He walks for the 3rd place. Roman Fritz, 3rd place winner, Flex Weekend Pro.
Well done, man. And he's already he's already qualified for the Olympia. He's gone and shown that you might as well do more than one show.
Hey, $2,500 for showing up. Hopefully, you made some profit. And Blessing, $1,000. He has to come up with $4,000 for Regan Grant. All right, who's winning this?
I got Nathan.
Who is winning this? So,
I got Nathan.
I would be very surprised if Nathan didn't win.
I think Nathan.
Very happy for Roman.
Yeah, very happy for Roman.
He's a good ambassador, you know.
Yeah. Hardcore bodybuilder, hardcore training.
Like I say, he's had double hip replacement and he's fucking
double hip. He's a double hipster.
Does he call himself T9000?
Yeah, T8000 is a Terminator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
T800, sorry. Oh, fuck,
there we
Regan!
Yep.
Nathan won!
Yep.
Which I already
Yes.
knew that because I saw the finals.
Oh, you cheated?
Yeah.
No, because I was recording this. What you're watching right now, I was recording it while I was doing the podcast with you guys. So I was pretending.
So listen, at the end of the day as well, like there's what 3 or 4 more shows. They're going to do the Europa and then a few others.
Come on, Regan.
He's in prime spot. He's in prime spot now.
Yeah.
Good job,
Regan's
Regan.
in prime spot.
Yeah.
Here's $5 grand, Regan.
Do you guys
We're
now, guys?
We're gonna make
what do
10
you
grand.
guys think? Do you
5
think?
plus
How do you
5.
think Regan would have
Good
did
job, Regan.
compared to say Hunter package?
What?
How do you think Regan would have stacked up to Hunter's package the other week?
He needs the same.
I think
polish.
Hunter would have beat him.
Yeah, because Hunter's peak this year was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think maybe Hunter would have beat a faded out Regan at the end, but Regan, what he did his routine coming in for the finals, I think I like Regan's physique the best.
I do feel if Regan improves another 10% on how he looked there when he came back out in finals, I feel like he could be like the biggest surprise this year at the Olympia.
Yeah,
you know, if he really does nail it with Milos. Like I really think he can be in the mix.
What do you think he has to do then, boys? What do you think he needs? What is it? Like literally,
I think he just needs to like be inside out peeled to the point where it's like he's so peeled that it's like we could literally just, it could be a training day. We're just going on stage. We're not manipulating anything. I'm just pure muscle shredded. You know what I mean? Like with the least amount of manipulations at the end. I feel like with Regan, he there's so many variables and his body can fluctuate when you start making all these changes. It's like just get him crazy peeled and just put him on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, personally for me, I've got to talk about my experience, but the first show of the season, I'm always better at the second show. So I don't know if Regan's going to be.
And that's the thing with Regan. The longer I think he gets that skin thin, it's going to continue to get thinner and thinner, and he's going to get harder. And you know what I mean? What he needs. So I think from now to the Olympia, if he stays in crazy shape, does a few more shows, he's only going to get better. You know, if he stays healthy.
I wish we were like Nathan, where we could just decide to do a show like 6 weeks, put out and just.
What a freak!
I'll be ready in 6 weeks. I'll see you there.
Yeah,
that's all he did.
Is that what he did?
About that, yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Did Nathan say he's going to do the next week show no matter what?
He's on the Europa, the official post, I think.
Now look at that.
I wonder if he'll shut it down there. Looks incredible.
Wow. Yeah, I think he got harder somehow by posing for like the all day, Nathan. And
I'd be really interested to see what Stefan like done just with food and stuff. Just out of curiosity, like what was there? What did he do today? Was it just a nice, clean, basic day, bog standard? Just out of curiosity, what did they do?
Yeah, I'd love to know too. I always like to know like what the winners did.
Yeah, of course.
What
winning
did they
formula.
Do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Barbara. The promoter is the girl in the white.
Yeah. They run a good show in the end, man. They do good job.
That's a good.
The show was good. The camera was good. The judging was on point. Most of the competitors nailed it. I think this was a great show.
Yeah.
Very good show. I'm really happy for both Nathan. I know Regan's upset probably. Thought he was going to win, but that's what competing is. And it's not a shame to lose to Nathan Diasha, 10-time pro winner right now. Right. And I know he's gonna
listen,
he has 1 week to fix it up for next week.
Most bodybuilders that are professional are gonna know what it feels like to lose to Nathan Diasha. It's just part of it. He's been kicking my ass since I was an amateur.
The kids.
There you go.
That's cool. I just checked my messages, Antoine. Yeah, Nathan said he's going to come here first week of October after the holidays.
Cool. He's going to spend time here.
Yeah, he's going to
prep for the Olympia.
Here.
And then,
he did say he did mention that to you somewhere. I think I spoke to him.
Yeah.
So we're going to ask him if he did.
Yeah,
just so he has no distractions, right? Because it's tough when you own the gym and running the business and trying to prep yourself, and you got family, and so that way you can just zero in. Yeah.
Camp Pure Muscle. Let's make some T-shirts, Doran. Camp Pure Muscle.
His children are both incredible footballers as well, both the daughter and the son.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
Really.
You mean soccer or
soccer? Yeah, soccer. Football, yeah, it touches your foot. It's you kick it. It's just football.
I know. I'm kidding. I know it's
Americans, I don't know what you're on about.
I know.
Yeah, no, that's really nice that they're there. That's really cool, man. He's happy. That's good. We're happy for him. And Billy's a great. Again, another shout out to Billy, the MC. He does a great job. He's really cool.
Yeah, we had him. He MC'd on our show.
He's
top. He was really good.
Yeah, he's top man. Top man.
Yeah, we brought him in. He's great.
So one more time, thanks Barbara, thanks Flex Weekend Pro for letting us use this footage.
Thanks. It's IBB Italy.
IBB Italy. Follow them on the Instagrams, and I think in the description I'm gonna have Mariah and Atron to put the links to the IBB Italy, to Barbara's Instagram, and good luck to Regan and Nathan again. Round 2 next week. I really hope that Regan gets that little fucking 10% because the way he looked back at the finals, to me, would have been closer if he showed up like that at the prejudging. So
Sure.
I'm always going to root for my local friends here, obviously. But I'm happy about Nathan because, dude, because I told Nathan, I said, may the best bodybuilder win. And I think Nathan that day was the best bodybuilder, even though like Regan's my friend.
What? And another thing, just quickly before we go about Nathan before the show, like he was so respectful of everyone he's competing against. He's like, if I don't win, it's like he never said that. A lot of people think Nathan's like some super cocky guy that's like, I should win. He's not like that. Like he's quite genuine, and he did wish everyone the best. Obviously, when you win after, he's going to be like, yeah, I fucked you all up. It's brilliant. But he's a good egg, and he did certainly wish everybody the best of luck. And he knew the quality of the lineup, and he said there's some really good people here. And if he doesn't win, it's not because he isn't good; it's just because other people are exceptional. So
because he was good,
yeah, he just came in very exceptional.
I don't think there was any ounce of fat on him.
Yeah,
the muscles were full, round.
Shout out to his coach Stefan as well, obviously. Yeah, boss of law on Instagram. He's probably just earned himself another 10, 15 clients just off the back of that.
Yeah, especially in their first time.
It's going to be fun. Right? Yeah, it's going to be fun to have Nathan in October all the way to the Olympia. 6 weeks out, you said, Dorian?
Yeah, I'm not sure how many weeks out they'll be then. I think it'll be around 5. Yeah, right? First week of
October. That's going to be fun. That's going to be cool. Yeah. So, hey, thanks, Phil Viz. Thanks, James, for coming on.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, big buzz, Dorian Hamilton. So, all right, thanks for watching, everybody. Comment below. What did you think of the show? And did you think Nathan deserved? Did you think Regan should have won?
Yeah.
Are you happy that Roman got top 3 and Blessing, ouch, top 5th place? But what a comeback from the few weeks ago. So, thanks, everybody.
Peace out.
See you guys.